casters for the day, Anders and Moses.
Yes, indeed. You are already praying for VP, Moses? That's...
Please, dear Lord, protect Virtus.pro.
They need it, don't they? They desperately need it. This is going to be a really, really tough match for them, I reckon. As the desk kind of outlined as well. Are you excited, though? I mean, we get to see Nuke, we get to see VP, we get to see Na'Vi. It all feels pretty good.
It does. And obviously, I think, Na'Vi is going to have to be good on this map at some point, right? Like, they've been banning it for so long. I know they've tried to kind of play it here and there. This is a map they'll eventually have to learn, and it's good to see this map being played more often. So I also think this is a good map for VP to challenge them on, because I do think this is like a very skewed one-sided matchup. So if there's going to be one, like Yanko said, this is the map that you'd like to see VP have, because they can really put up a fight on this one with the way that they rotate and the experience they have on it. That being said, anytime you get to watch Simple play is a very happy time.
Yes, you really can't be too sad about that, can you? I do love watching Nuke, and especially I like watching Snacks on this map. I just feel like his movement usually is pretty good, although they just did highlight that it's been a while since we've seen Snacks at the really ultimate level that we love to see him at. So
yeah,
find out right now if it's going to be there or not. Virtus.pro starting on the T side, Na'Vi on the CT side. So welcome. It's day 3 here at SLTV, and it's the third best of 3. So there's still a lot more to come. You should definitely stick around. This is a B stream with more games coming on.
Yeah.
Can't really miss anything. Oh, big distraction there with the door being blown up, the smoke being put out. Neo, is he going to make his way down the vent? If he does, then that might actually force Na'Vi to move a couple of players around.
I mean, let's be honest. That's a play for Snacks. That's not a Neo play whatsoever. That does not lend itself to his skill set. Flamey's going to stick around a little bit longer. He's got a teammate here. Usually, you're going to think this is going to be a drop, and it's a slaughter. Simple's in perfect position. Even Zeus is here so quick, and while there was a distraction towards door, Na'Vi reads it perfectly, and that is a very quick pistol round.
Were they expecting Na'Vi to come and look for them in the radio room? Because they didn't do anything with that smoke and blowing up the door.
I think they wanted it to make it kind of feel Na'Vi, like knowing how often VP has done that and how often Snacks kind of likes to make that play, that he was making the play, and maybe either have the ramp player drop, or once they hit it, it's a very uncomfortable position because he doesn't know where to rotate to. Obviously it doesn't pan out. That's what I would assume, that they were trying to play some mind games with that ramp player. But obviously, I mean, Na'Vi just had the perfect setup. And Snacks here, he's got the P250. This is going to be interesting to watch throughout the half, because you could see Snacks was kind of set up to be a lurker. He was set up to be someone kind of off on his own, away from the action, kind of pick and choose where he wants to take his battles. I don't know if Virtus.pro is going to be able to get away with that. I think we have to return to that conversation of Snacks being one of the best players we've had in all of CSGO across the past few years, and him needing to be involved in the action for them.
Yeah, it's very upsetting that his individual level has taken a hit as the whole team has gone down. Because, I mean, sort of wish that at least, like, I felt like for as long as he still had that level, they could be dangerous.
They could still be competitive, yeah.
But now it's been a while, as Yanko was pointing out.
I mean, he said it perfectly, too, because we've talked about this a number of times about Virtus.pro recently, is everyone wants this team to be good. Everyone wants this team to return to form. They have some amazing characters, amazing personalities, and just very fun to watch. And it's just kind of a shame not having them at that top level. They're going to buy here. Armor and upgraded pistols on the VP side, and a lot of bodies heading in towards that main lobby. Neo just slowly walking out of spawn at the moment. I think he's just talking over the last few things.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's something going on. A lot to be gained in a round like this for Virtus.pro, even if they are going to have a hard time winning it, just getting the kills. I mean, we've talked about this so many times that the nightmare for playing T-side on Nuke is when the CT start to have like a really big bank. When everyone has more than 6,000-7,000 on that CT side, you just know that it's not much of a chance that you're going to be able to break their economy. So you need to keep it low, make sure you get a couple of kills every round. That is the absolute basic stuff that you have to get right when you're playing on T-side Nuke.
It's not like training that aspect as well. You always want to have that CT team on the verge or have them close to being reset. That's the best way to grind out, to get to your 5 rounds that may be possible. Also, very possible you could see a lot of shotguns on this map, which should make you very happy, for one. Zeus going to spam through the smoke, lining up at the door. No results, and they're going to get ever closer. Now they're doubled up at the vents, and that's a bit scary. So Simple just straight body Zeus out of it. He's like, listen, dude, this is my spot.
That was the alpha move, wasn't it? And he just gets the kills as well. Said, listen, I know you want that triple when they come through the door, but it's mine. Just move out of the way. There are an awful amount of Simple quotes that we could put into it, but we just can't say anything on the stream. But
well, you can.
Can we?
Don't be afraid.
I am.
It's like the DMX lyrics, just move, get out the way.
Yeah.
You thought I was going to go for it, didn't you?
I was hoping. I was waiting. I was anticipating it.
Nice job from Na'Vi. 2-0, and Zeus even ends up going down when he can't get his preferred position. Yeah, the Simple really did just alpha him out of that. That's great.
Yeah, and just pushed him right out of the way. On the other hand, if I was on a team with Simple and he asked me to do really anything, I'd just do it.
Anything you say?
Just anything.
Anything.
Inside the server most.
Yeah, no questions asked.
Third round coming up, and some upgraded pistols, some smokes as well. I'm not sure I really agree with that.
It's fine because I got the plant.
Yeah,
so,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's what they've spent. Snacks $600, so he's net 200 after that plant. And it's worth it just for the element of danger. Like we said, I think you have to take a little bit more of these risks at time on nuke. You want to kind of limit and get some kills, and also with that plant, maybe kind of trying to fool Na'Vi into thinking maybe they have some rifles, make them play a little bit more honest, and open them up to more plays from these P250s. But that's starting to be a little bit of a reach on the analysis of this kind of a buy.
See if they can manage to get this crunch in. Kind of a classic setup when you have a couple of people going ramp and a couple of people going down secret, and you try and see if you can cause some sort of distraction. It doesn't work nearly as well when half of that push has been killed already. Oh, and you said shotguns, who's going to get one? Nobody did anything with it. Bialy did actually get a kill on Edward picking it up. That's unbelievable. That's quite a bit of money to work with.
The dangers of dropping a vent when the shotgun has been salvaged, but obviously nothing he can do there. Zeus shaking his head. Still at a 100% win rate, though. Yeah, I know. I looked over. I saw a little bit of a grin on your face, ghost of a smile.
Right out of my mouth.
We're getting too close, Anders. We've spent too much time together over the years.
You know, as long as you embrace the shotguns, Moses, it's fine.
Well, he's got it again, so
yes.
Chance to keep up that streak. Virtus.pro have their weapons, and Pasha is going to get the AWP. Now, here's something VPs, I wonder if they've caught on quite yet. Pistoron, they went ramp. There were two and a third rotator there very quickly. That round they go ramp as well, again, just with pistols, but two players in ramp room, ready to go, Electronic and Flamey. Frequently when we see ramp room played, and I think we'll see it when Virtus.pro is on the CT side, it'll just be one player there, and probably won't even try and hold it too frequently, probably playing more of a drop, so it'll be interesting to see if Virtus.pro can adapt to that if it continues, but for now they've got Edward to deal with.
Pushing all the way up, Bialy. He was kind of aware of it. He knew that that might be a risk, but he couldn't adjust his aim just quick enough. But Michu was going to be able to find him. That's a really important kill, taking down Edward, not allowing him to get back around the corner. Still a 4-on-4, and still over a minute left. That's going to force Na'Vi to move around a little bit. Let's see how they handle it. Seems like they're putting Electronic out of secret, so now he's in charge of keeping an eye on Yard, and he wanted to take that fight.
I think Na'Vi's going to get a bit more passive now. They're running out of utility. One smoke flash and Molotov each, and that's a nice shot from Simple. I said Turtle, but he's just going to get aggressive. He finds a second one very quickly. Virtus.pro can't possibly trade him out as they attack the hut.
Did he even leg Pasha? He got an assist on him anyway, so...
Yeah, it might have been.
My God. Well, I thought it was looking pretty good. As soon as Snack got that kill, seemed like there was a real opportunity.
Nice 4-on-3, and then that's when Na'Vi, the star player, decides to step up to the plate, find a couple kills there. Put it right back into their favor, and yeah, Neo, see if he can do this. We've seen him win some really cool clutches over the years. This might be too much. Gonna go down the vents. His only goal right now is to get the plant. Taking the route around through the door, and Electronic is already down here, and he can see him now. He's got to just get behind the silo, and he does, and Molotov coming in. No chance of winning, but the bomb goes down, so at least one minuscule objective is accomplished.
Yeah, a little bit of extra money to work with. Obviously, the vent has been changed, so what would have previously been the fastest way to get in there has been just slightly edited out. And as you can tell, the little toxic room there has been
It still does
out.
tweak me out. I'm still not used to it quite yet.
Yeah, my brain has not really adjusted yet either. I'm not gonna lie, but it'll happen eventually.
Yeah, you'd hope.
It does. I think the little toxic room as well is gone down there from the. So there's some interesting changes on Nuke. I'm not sure. I don't have a real opinion about them yet.
Well, one of the big changes to Nuke at the moment is that Na'Vi looks like they know what they're doing, which is pretty cool. 4-0 for the defensive side. You can see now, looks like Virtus.pro going to try and make a heavy play towards ramp. And they don't have a lot of utility, so whatever they do, actually they have none. They have a decoy. Not even a flash, so they can't even pop flash through the smoke. They just have to wait for it to clear. And Flamey might be thinking this is a save and could get caught, but He's going to back off, knows the timing. Neo's in front of it. Good opening kill. He's going to follow up with the spray. And Pasha runs right into the AWP. Good setup from Na'Vi.
Simple getting the one, picking up a second as well. No problem there against Snacks. Such a great position to have that AWP. You can go everywhere from that junction. You can sort of stay around ramp. You can always go up the ladder to heaven or back out into yard. So, like, it's just so dynamic. Mihu with the flank in behind does get spotted by Simple somehow, and Edward will be there to help him out. So 5-0, only losing Flamey. That's, I mean, look at the money they have already, Na'Vi. This is getting scary right now.
It's pretty disgusting, isn't it? I mean, Virtus.pro did a decent job of getting a couple kills and at least getting the plants down in a few of these rounds, 2 of them to be exact. It's kind of falling off here. They might have to take a timeout soon, maybe before their next gun round even. You can see, I mean, there's been a couple rounds. We saw Snacks in the pistol. That round it was Mihu kind of lurking outside, which is all well and good, and it can be very dangerous and very deadly for the defense because you can easily lose track of where that lurker is, but you have to have success if you're Virtus.pro at the point of attack to make that lurker effective.
Starting in the 6th round, Simple has 3 more kills than the entire Virtus.pro team combined. I mean, I'm just
saying.
Just pointing that out.
It's just a fact. Shotgun's back out for Zeus. Wants to fill up that purse. What color purse do you think Zeus would have if he had one?
I think like a leopard skin one.
You think it'd be leopard skin?
Yeah, I think he'd be into that. Definitely. But like in a manly way, obviously.
Yeah, a manly leopard.
Could you get like?
Ooh, that's a nice nade stack. Well, there goes Zeus and his purse and his leopard skin. It's all over the place.
Absolutely gone. I was gonna say, can you get it with like a leather finish, but like still like a leopard like design underneath?
A leather finish.
I just feel like that'd be more manly.
I don't even know what that is. A leather finish.
I don't know what purses do. How are we supposed to keep up the conversation then?
Well, here we go.
This is beautiful.
That is a cool nade stack. Yeah, well done
They
from Virtus.pro.
actually carpet bombed him.
Yeah, they've done the research.
I thought that was only for the American army.
Jeez, let's not go there. Here we go. Attacking over towards ramp room. Flamey's going to have a field day, you would imagine. There's the first one. Electronic combines. That was towards outside. Yeah, Flamey's going to continue his tear. Nice kills. If they can get one more, obviously, that kind of tilts the scales in favor of starting to do some economic damage, starting to build into this bank.
Oh, Pasha climbing the ladder. Always good fun if you can sneak your way in behind. He can't, and the bomb actually drops down. I'm not sure it really makes a big difference since Mihu has 20 health. Again, kills kind of do matter. He's going to try and save the M4 instead in the last couple of seconds here, but I'm starting to get that nervous feeling, Moses. When you're watching one of those horror movies and they say, let's split up and look throughout the house, and you think, no.
Yeah, I know. Or like, you know, when you watch like a horror movie, like an action movie, and there's always like the one character that you haven't seen yet that has no name that joins the party, and you're just like, that guy's gonna die.
Yeah,
100%. He's just there to die. This is the only plot point for him. 6-0.
Is that Virtus.pro's role in this?
Yeah,
in this movie?
They're the unnamed character.
They've shown up to the tournament just to get absolutely wrecked. Oh God! Listen, if we don't laugh, then we'll end up crying.
Yeah, that's
really,
it isn't so.
Secretly, everybody on the talent roster wants. They just want VP to do well.
It's not even a secret at this point. We really do. I want to see Zeus's shotgun go to work. Going to be on top of that. And the cool thing about that nade stack as well is, you know, Zeus is going to have that in the top of his head, right? Like he's got to be thinking whenever he's on top of that hut.
Oh, they might give you your wish here, Moses.
And I mean, to talk about that more seriously as well, if they kill him like 2 or 3 times doing this, that time he dodges. But I mean, if they kill him like one more time, then all of a sudden he probably doesn't even want to play on top of hut. Then it starts eliminating a pretty big anchor of their defense having a player up there.
Yeah, it's still a cool idea. I really love it. Simple.
No way he hits their shot.
You say that, but shh. Don't give him that extra power. Oh, well, auto shotgun, it actually works. The last shell in there, doing enough. Tearing down Mihu and Bialy. Edward with a big double kill. Pasha out in the open, and he's going to get taken down by Electronic. That's 7-0 in favor of Na'Vi.
Call a timeout now. If you're Virtus.pro, yeah, Neo's going to do it right away. They need to discuss things. They're not even getting entries. I mean, we saw some of the things on the pistol round, or not the pistol round, but the force buy rounds when they just had the pistols, that they were able to get at least down and get a plant, but not even close to winning. And I still feel like...
I don't know about this timeout, Moses. If you're getting a rough spanking, best thing is to just get it over with, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, just let the clock run out.
Tell me more about rough spankings. What else you got?
You know, just pretend you're somewhere else. I think is the remember that time in the forest.
Pretend you're on a beach.
Yeah, on a beach somewhere. I think that's the way to go.
Whoa! What is that? It's gotta
Trash
be
cat.
like a piece of graffiti on the map somewhere. Yeah, Neo has a 007 going on. I feel like we haven't pointed that out in a while.
It's true. The James Bond scoreline.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well,
When is the next James Bond movie coming out?
I don't know. Weren't they? I don't think they've decided the next James Bond yet. I don't think it's been declared. Because I think Daniel Craig is done. He's had enough.
Can I apply for it?
Yeah, you can.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever had a fat James Bond. That'd be amazing.
Oh, you'll be an example for them all.
It's 2018, man. I think I you got great chances.
Well, Virtus.pro better do something. They just use their smokes. They've got 3 flashbangs, and they're not using any of them. They're not progressing across the map. Everyone seems a little tentative on the VP side. Nice nade damage onto Snacks. Now they're just down to 1 flashbang as well. They're going to have to blow up, it looks like, through Mini when they drop down. Electronic is missing this. Actually, they go right around them. They're going to go towards Heaven. This hasn't been spotted yet.
I mean, you're seeing the homework from Virtus.pro. They definitely know how to move, but then Simple is going to eat it all. You can't always tell the teacher that. Simple ate my homework. What's that going to sound like? Bialy and Snacks are now going to be left, and Bialy goes down really quick afterwards. Nothing left. The auto shotgun to finish it. This is absurd.
Well, we did pose the question on day 1 when Yanko and Chad showed us what choking looked like. Now we did wonder what they were going to do when it gets towards some of the more obscene things. So maybe that's something to tune in for the post game.
I think for the next level, they need props. I mean, something. And like, can they bring a ball gag into the?
Yeah, that's where the leather comes in. I think.
At this point, it's got to happen. Nice, exploding the door. Smoke is out. Maybe trying to apply a little bit of pressure. Quick down. Actually, all the bullets missing. He's already down the vent. A lot of the chaos coming through here, and doesn't really look like Na'Vi are exactly sure what is going on. Bialy going to be picking up 1 kill. Simple stealing that one away from Pasha, but the bomb is going to be going down. Electronic spotting 1. So a bullet right to the face. Good shot from Neo.
This is cool, though. Virtus.pro, you can't win with brute force. You got to do the Joker, introduce a little bit of chaos, and they've done just that. And now Na'Vi have to kind of gather the pieces and figure out how they want to rotate. Zeus, I think he might want to pick up that M4, AK-47 or something. That shotgun might not come to work. They still have a lot of utility to use. They're slowly coming in. That was a much-needed battle to win. Neo and Snacks are kind of cordoned off, and the smoke is going to go down. And actually, they're not even sure where the bomb is. They got to get on this. There's only 1 chance, and Snacks might be able to end it now, but Edward catches him out, and now Zeus is on it. He's out in the open, though, and Neo's done it. He's won the round for him, that 1 shot, and he even gets the follow-up onto Edward, and a glorious death for him.
That's some beautiful pistol shots coming out. Remember the first one he got on Electronic in the doorway, and then triple at the end of the round. That's going to give Virtus.pro the first round. That was very well done.
Yeah, that was great. Just right there, just crouching. And Zeus, you could see the confusion. Na'Vi didn't know where the bomb was planted. They put the Molotov out in the back left, but obviously the Molotov to the other side of the silo missed its mark. Big round for Neo there. We just talked about the 007 scoreline, and those 3 kills that he gets net them their first win.
I think Zeus had a shotgun that round, so
there it is.
Streak's been broken. I mean, that's just very sad. Simple. If they blow a hole in that door, he's so ready for it.
He would love that, I think.
Yeah.
He would absolutely love it. Electronic is going to be outside.
Has he got a teammate to shoot it out? I think maybe he did. Yep. He got Zeus to help him out.
Electronic's underneath, actually. He's not outside in the warehouse, which means Simple's actually in a pretty deadly spot. If they turn in towards Mini, he's going to have a really tough time staring into that hole. He's got cover of the smoke, and of course he's got a kill off of it, so a little bit of that danger neutralized. But once again, Simple's going to alpha one of his teammates to get out of his position. And VP has found a lot of ground outside, but can they get anything else from it?
Oh, another man down is Flamey with the other AWP. It's a bit of a bizarre setup. Double auto shotgun on CT side nuke. Could be some very awkward retakes indeed.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear those words on a nuke. Double off shotgun setup.
No. What exactly are they doing right now, Virtus.pro?
I don't know what the plan is. It seems like they're hoping for a mistake, but also like Pasha's in a great position to save if need be, but they're going to go for this. They need to. They need to build upon that one round. And Edward, there's the mistake they needed. Pulls a nade out. No one else in this upper bomb site. Again, confusion and chaos across the map when VP gets some of these kills. And Navi doesn't know where to rotate, and now your shotgun just looks silly.
Yeah, he's going to swap it out for an AK instead. Wouldn't be very good for the retake either. Su's going to get caught regardless. Great kill from Bialy, and that leaves Flamey. He does pick up one kill on Neo, but the bomb is already down. Can he try and get it done? Flamey, very difficult to retake with this AWP inside of a bomb site like this, and he's actually backing slowly out of there. Are they that low on money? I thought that maybe they had a little bit more on the Na'Vi side, but no, they are starting to get towards the bottom of the bank there.
I think it's not a matter of being low on money. I think it's just because, especially with an AWP, trying to retake that and trying to find the two players, I think he just knows he would be down. So he personally is very low, so obviously wants to save this so a gun doesn't need to be dropped over. Zeus will probably need to drop unless he goes for another shotgun, but other than that, they should be fine.
That was a 3-on-5, and if Virtus.pro lost that round, then the whole first half was just done.
Yeah.
So that was huge.
I mean, they're not out of it just yet. That window of opportunity to get back into this game kind of opens a little bit wider, but still not through it just yet. 2-8 as VP tries to make this comeback happen. 2 in a row. And I don't think we'll be seeing the classic double op shotgun setup again.
No, you don't want it, or you don't think so?
I don't want it. that was a very personal statement, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, they have moved away from it. Zeus either making the decision for himself or his teammates saying, "Come on, man."
You have to say, a big benefit for VP winning that round is, I said they were looking for a mistake, and it wasn't offered by like awkward pushes. It was more just a couple players getting caught with nades in their hands. These past 2 rounds that VP have won, though, have been relatively unorthodox, and I think that's what's kind of throwing Na'Vi off. Bouncing through the silos, landing nicely to allow them to cross right in front of the box.
That's an interesting take. Instead of using 2 smokes a little bit further up, they use the 1 and just hope that there's no one in front. Could be interesting. Does allow them to move around a little bit, especially with the Molotov towards the container. They really want Simple to peek, but he's a little bit elusive right now. Electronic are picking up Mihu, and the rest have made their way down. Wondering if Mihu should have tried to hide in the garage instead of looking for kills just yet.
Yeah, maybe.
The rest of the team can't do anything, even if you got a kill.
Here's the real danger, is no one's even moved downstairs yet. Once again, Na'Vi is a little bit lost on where this attack is going to be coming from. Edwards in upper, Simple in ramp room, Electronic outside, and Flamey in ramp room as well. So the 2 ops are going to be the first point of contact. When does VP make their move? 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going to do it now. Neo with the bomb to get it planted, and I think Na'Vi's starting to get the idea.
Pasha covering the line with the vent change here. That's really interesting with the AWP. He's going to get 1 kill on Zeus. They did also lose Neo in the meantime. The bomb is only just planted. Now it's a 3-on-4. They need this round, Virtus.pro, and they've already lost Pasha. Now it's just Snacks left inside of the smoke, and he can't make it out. Edward will take him down. So now, in spite of being a little bit out of position, allowing for that B-bomb plant, the retake is perfect.
Yeah, Flamey 2 kills with that AWP. Really nicely done. Even Electronic baiting out the shot from Pasha to get a kill during the reload, and that'll be a 9th. So Na'Vi not done yet, and again, we keep talking about the money. It's still pretty powerful, especially after this win with 3 players surviving. They're going to gain a bunch. It's VP who's hurt, and I think this is going to be a decision they'll have to make if they want to buy here. 2 players, you know, over 5,000, they can get the AKs, but 3 of them would be stuck onto pistols or SMGs.
I mean, if you buy 2 AKs and the rest have pistols and armor, maybe you could try and force a fight in yard, and if one of the AKs dies, the next guy picks it up. Sort of. I think in the ancient days, you just call that the Russian AK.
I don't think those days are that ancient.
Are they not? I don't know. It feels like a long time ago since we've seen that. Maybe not.
Yeah, not. You know, my knowledge of Russian warfare isn't quite up to par.
No. Well, you should study on that, Mo.
Yeah,
you're ready for the
get
broadcasts.
Right on it. 2-9, yeah. Military theory.
9-2, yes, you're right. 7-round lead. I mean, this would be fine in my opinion if the money wasn't good
so
for Na'Vi.
Strong, yeah. If they were like close to being reset here, right?
Yeah.
There's at least 2 rounds that Virtus.pro has to win to burn through the cash that Na'Vi has left, and that's going to be the tough part for them, especially because it's not been easy for them to even get a single round, much less build upon it. Pasha's going to have an op, Bialy with an AK, and they have the 3 upgraded pistols, so they have gone for that purchase. Snack's going to try and make his play. There's the AK-47 on Edward. That gets nothing done. If he had a shotgun, probably would have got a kill. Down into the vents we go, and there's a nice trade. And the lower bomb site is opened up.
I almost feel like the fact that Snacks messed that up actually allowed for Mew to get the kill. Not so much the second one, but the first one was a little bit of a mistake. Pasha getting the kill on Simple. When you win that fight, that has to feel great at this point in the game. Stopping Simple, stopping Flamey next, and now Zeus is going to be entirely alone.
That's a cool position from Pasha as well, there to cut off the rotations towards that ramp room. Last time they took lower, the 2 ops rotated through ramp, so he's at an off angle, ready to pick off anyone stumbling into his crosshair, and he gets 2. That secures the round for VP, and now they really want to take this gun out of Zeus's hands, and again, they're going to have that chance. 9-3. I was going to say they're going to have that chance for 9-6, because next round they can fight for an economic reset.
Yeah, that's why it's so exciting. I mean, this obviously seems like it's still a massive gap, but it isn't. If they can string more around on top of this, then they have a really good shot at actually coming home with a great first half. And we kind of saw that they had a lot of good theory on how to play T-side nuke. Like, they did a lot of things right in this first half.
Well, this is cool as well, because this is one thing that Virtus.pro that made their nuke so strong, even at the height of their kind of run, even when they were still like one of the best teams, if not the best on this map. Their ability to kind of manipulate rotations and kind of their knowledge of how to like go between the bomb sites, since they're stacked vertically, it's a little bit different. Navi, it appears, hasn't gotten that. I mean, you think of some of the rounds they've won. They've gotten into that lower bomb site first with pistols. Then, that they were kind of doing another confusing round this time as well. They bum rush 2 players down the vents, and they kind of pick off Edward, who's struggling to hit that shot, pick off a player in vents as well. So, I mean, Virtus.pro, if you're right now during this timeout, you're thinking, what other tactics do we have to get into that lower bomb site to force some of those weird rotations out of Navi?
Yeah, I think that's actually a mistake that people make a lot when they say that nuke is a sort of a very CT-sided map. It's like, it is if you know what you're doing, but you can get really confused.
Well, I mean, the tough part is we say all that stuff, and I know even players come out and talk about, I think it's more T-sided than people think, but more often than not, we see the one-sided. And yeah, I mean, fair play, there's not a lot of teams that really necessarily know how to play this map all that well, which I think might lend itself to it. But I think it's a lot like the Inferno in that it depends a lot on what kind of utility you have, right?
Yeah.
Because the T-sided playbook opens wide up if Navi cannot afford, 3-4 Molotovs every single round to stop these. If you have to worry about those kind of fast plays as well, that's where some of the more creative stuff gets dangerous. It's been about 6-7 rounds since they did this nade stack. We'll see if it catches anyone else. I think maybe they're going back to it because they saw Edward was on top of the hut. Maybe they're thinking that's going to be consistent, but it is Zeus again. And he's in the position to catch all of those nades.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. Zeus waiting around inside. Is he going to work as well as he did last time? The smoke is probably likely to keep him around in that position, so the smoke already sort of baits him into it, and he does receive a little bit. One of them obviously went the wrong way, but even if it had done the same damage as the rest, it wouldn't have been maybe quite the same. I still do love the idea.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. The blown open door, the smoke is meant to pull him to that side to check for someone running into the vents, and that's when he eats the grenades. Like you said, I think they were a little bit slow on tossing with maybe one missing its mark, but still, he obviously has the knowledge. He remembers well his death from that, and now it's all left to this ramp room hit. The AWP going to lead the way on Pasha. Flamey at an off angle on top of the rails, and that's an immediate headshot. He's going to stick around for more. Sees the body and drops down. It's Simple who comes over with that AWP, and a very swift shot, and VP once again denied in such a crucial round.
Think of what a luxury it is if you're Flamey playing this ramp room, which is usually not a position many people like to play. That you know that anytime you sort of ring that bell and Simple comes running, it's just automatically a kill. Like, he gets that every single time. So, like, that diffuses so much.
When you need help, the Undertaker's on his way.
Right.
you just know it. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
The dinner bell. Fresh meat in the ramp room.
3 to 10.
Yeah, real shame for VP, obviously, in the sense that that was a big chance for them to really have a good first half. What they're doing right now is essentially building a buffer in case they lose the pistol. So 3 rounds is not much of a buffer. If you lose the pistol, then it's not going to be good at all. If they get up to like 4 or 5, then at least they've got a bit of a chance here, and that's a good start. Mihu and Pasha picking up a couple, and Zeus will chime in with a kill on Neo and Bialy. So that's still a 2-on-3. Pasha and Snacks just 2 on 3, but they don't really have a lot of health either.
Oh, that timing as well. Snacks missed Electronic to getting to that side, and there's going to be the switch over. It's all down to Pasha, 12 HP, and he's wiping his nose. He knows it's all over. Ooh, that's a nice shot, though. All right, onto Zeus. He's still got Simple and Electronic, and Simple's weapon, the op, obviously doesn't really matter Pasha's HP if he encounters him first.
If he had shot him through Mini, like through the actual...
I think we just would have called the day off. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, everyone go home.
That's it, isn't it?
Well, Pasha's hit the pause button, hoping someone's going to come at him, and can't blame him for that. That smoke probably makes him feel real depressed. 35 seconds left in the clock. This smoke will start fading at the low soon.
Yeah,
Almost did the math. Low 20s.
Listen, there is a rule that says you shouldn't do math on stream because it's just always going to fail, isn't it?
He's saving now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Last round as well. They won't have. They don't have any money, so the save isn't a bad idea. He's got 650 from the 2 kills he's gotten, so he can afford, smoke and flash, some utility to help his team out. But that'll probably be the most powerful weapon they have.
I generally try and not do any math, and I try and not do any like folksy sayings because you always mess them up. So it always becomes like better sooner than soon, and then it's like people are just like, what?
What is that saying supposed to be?
I don't know. I just said something.
Did you just throw 4 words together randomly?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally. Which is usually what happens when I try and actually say something.
Yeah. I built a career off that.
Remarkably so.
11-3, Na'Vi has a massive lead, and there's another AK-47 on the board. Virtus.pro, I think Mihu dropped that over. He had something like 3,100. So trades an AK for a Deagle, but he's got no armor with it. VP has just struggled to gain entry at any part of this map.
I just realized if I became James Bond, the headline would be Danish Bond. It'd be good.
Danish Bond. Is that something? Is that a folksy saying?
Oh. Just popped into my mind. Had to say something.
You need to work on your stream of consciousness. Yeah, there's a nice
Simple
shot.
going down again. Pasha's actually been winning that fight a couple of times, both with the AK and AWP. Electronic will get one in return on Mihu, so that's a little bit of a shame. But at least they get rid of Simple, and that's always a good start. Electronic is going to fall all the way back. Didn't really want to hang around, but there is a bit of a double presence out here. Now, they kill Zeus. Are they going to be ready for the third man out here? They actually are. Bialy will get the kill. That's a lot, because they've just had to fight Electronic on the ladder, or sorry, on the stairwell. Then they get the kill on Flamey next. Not exactly usual that there'd be a third guy out there.
Ooh, this is Na'Vi really taking their foot off the gas pedal right in the last round of this half. A lot of unnecessary peaks outside. Heal deaths. Neo had some really solid kills with the P250 this half. I think he had 4 total if you combine that previous, and he's got 5 kills overall. So
yeah, and Pasha's obviously the hero. I mean,
yeah, the entry.
Yeah, the entries, winning fights against Simple, and at the top of the scoreboard for his team at least with 10 kills. Simple at 16 and 6, and then 15 for Flamey. So I mean, just overall.
And then 13 for Edward and Electronic.
Yeah.
So just, a full spread for Na'Vi. They've been playing really well all across the board, and they have a big, big lead here. And obviously, anytime you switch over to the offensive half of Nuke, the pistol round is just so important. You almost practice pistol rounds more than gun rounds on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it does become sort of like a vector for the rest of the half. If you can do a good job, then you know it's going to be a little bit easier. Let's see. Not going to be any delay in starting the second half. Mihu almost out of position, and he's going to hit him. No, he actually sticks around. Pasha on the other side, another headshot, making it a triple, and Mihu coming in with one more kill. I was about to say that was a huge mistake for Mihu to stick around. When he had Pasha there, it's a little bit different, but alone, you can't stay and fight on that ramp, not if they rush it. Especially
when Pasha gets, the first and second kill that he grabs, that kind of keeps Na'Vi at least bottlenecked into that choke point for a little bit longer. But look at this, lying in wait at this inner bomb site. I believe that's Snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Snacks, and he's going to get Flamey at least. Doesn't even clear it. That's the, oh my lord, he misses everything. That's a nails on a chalkboard feeling. Plant goes down 2-on-2, and that might have been a huge missed opportunity for VP.
Balls on the chopping block kind of feeling. That was outrageous. How does that even happen?
Oh,
Flamey's gonna close.
He's done it.
Oh, no.
That's incredible. Those are great shots from Flamey. The spin as well over to the door. He was expecting that, but you really have to feel for Virtus.pro. Snacks thinking about that dinner he mentioned in the interview.
Why is he done that?
It is a...
This is the thing. I was excited that he was hiding in that corner because once he does that, like because that toxic room is gone, there's no real reason for anyone to stand there, so they don't even check it.
He had everything he wanted. Well, it feels like a good time to get out quickly that NVIDIA is the preferred graphics platform of StarLadder. Beautiful cards. I've heard rumors of the next one. Sounds good, the 1180.
Can you tell me about them later?
I actually can't. I don't know anything outside of 1180. Nice tag from Pasha is going to help out massively for Bialy. And even Edwards tagged down to 12. So nice work outside initially from VP.
Yeah, that's good news. And Pasha still having a presence out here. It looks like Snack started to fall back a tiny bit. But how... I mean, now you're going to have to find a way into a bomb site with not really having Edward leading in spite of the fact that he has that Mach 10.
You've still got Simple. The problem is Bialy's clearing out this main lobby. And there is Edward there with 12 HP somewhere just waiting for it, but it's all down to timing. If he gets into a fight, it's going to be pretty awkward. Edward's actually out on the roof at the moment, and I think he might have even missed Bialy. He did. So Bialy's going to be on a flank. He's still far away, so not too much danger involved in it. But Virtus.pro, if they can just buy time, obviously Bialy going to be able to cut off the rotation. Snack's going to take that peek, spots the head of Simple. They've passed the rifle over to Simple. Door open, try and fool them. Nade comes down, and I don't think they're going to be confused by this at all, except he is. Simple looks into the vent, and there's the trade, but still Navi's being whittled down.
The door opening made them think that he had walked back into the bomb site and he stayed crouched. That's some next-level mind game. That's exactly the kind of stuff you expect out of a player like Snack, so well done on him. Bialy, finally the flank is going to be coming in. It could be better timing. And Edward low from the very beginning and hoping that his team would do something to help him out. They did not.
No, and he's been at 12 HP this whole round. He's just going to back away. He's got utility. He's got a Mach 10. Not going to be too much use into the next round, you'd imagine. I wonder if Navi's going to buy here. I don't know. They have a big lead. They don't have to. This would be a huge investment in the economy if they do. But Virtus.pro, once again, despite everything, as we know from Virtus.pro, I mean, in the past, one of the hardest teams to actually close out on.
Yeah.
They don't quit in these games, and they've got a chance here. If they can run the score, if they can bring this closer, and they can really build some momentum, we all know what that's like with VP.
Yeah, now is absolutely not a time to quit if you're VP. At this point, you've got a chance to win this map. It doesn't seem likely at the moment, but if Navi start to get thrown into that ugly cycle of having to sort of eco every other round and buy with Galils instead of AKs, it does get a little bit tricky. Simple has an AK.
He does have an AK. Let's see what he can do with it. At the moment, everyone's just kind of hit pause. Simple's going to be leading the way in towards Hut, just watching for pushes. So Navi content to be patient with this one, make sure there's not going to be any aggression. They want to make sure no one's kind of getting any advanced position to keep to give Simple as much time as possible to get any kind of a pick. There's some shoulder peeks towards ramp, causes Mihu to fall off, and he's going to get the new angle, and Simple's going to win that fight. Down to 22, though. Oh, nice nade from Pasha. Might have just saved the day. They almost had ramp room entirely to themselves.
Yeah, that's great timing. They walk right into it. Just going to open it up once again. They will pick up the bomb and the two AK-47s that were fallen. Electronic and Seuss going to walk in first here to try and see if they could get something done. Someone should be covering from behind as well. Bialy going to find great timing at Seuss. He just barely made it out of reach of that window, but not quite. And now Edward and Electronic. It's very difficult to get the bomb plant down here, especially when you don't have a smoke. There's a beautiful headshot coming out from Electronic. Still a 2-on-3 with 25 seconds. The bomb will go down uninterrupted. No one nearby to stop it. Can Virtus.pro hold on to the round? They simply have to. Edward's going to get one kill before Pasha taking him down. Triple in the round now for the old man, and it's Electronic in a 1 versus 2, trying to see if he can stop the defuse. They do have a kit on Neo, and no smokes either. He's been discovered, so now he kind of has to stick to it. The door is closed, and he doesn't know if they're on it or not. He sort of has to assume that someone's nearby. A grenade lands right at the back. He's very low on health, and Pasha will take him down. That's a quad kill, saving Virtus.pro yet again. This is Pasha's map right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Electronic knew exactly where the bomb was planted. He looked like he was a little bit kind of confused. It seemed like he wanted to peek towards one of the sides of that silo.
It did, didn't it?
It was out towards the corner. So yeah, Pasha's had a great start to this half, which is keeping Virtus.pro in this for the moment. That's a big win for VP. Plant's gonna help Navi, but again, they're gonna say, ooh, no, they go for another tactical buy. Zeus goes down, but I think that might be it. I think once again it's just going to be the AK on Simple, upgraded pistols without armor. So once again, just leaning heavily on Simple, and this is, I guess, the luxury of having, I mean, we see a lot of teams go for these kind of tactical buys, but I think this is the luxury of having Simple, where you have the confidence to just do it. Essentially, any round someone has money for an AK-47, it feels like.
Pasha taking care of Simple yet again. Snacks is going to be dropped inside of the smoke. A little bit unfortunate there. Grenade to throw them off. They don't have armor on 2 of their players, so it shouldn't be a big problem right now. They don't have to take any risks right now, Virtus.pro. Just hold on to the bomb sites as much as you can, and don't take any long-range fights against the Deagle or anything like that.
Yeah, this is where you turtle, let Pasha with the op take the first shot if they're going to go outside, and the timing almost caught him as well. Definitely prevents him from finding a kill. He had the perfect angle for it. But again, it just goes down to that probably not a necessary risk if you're VP at the moment. What's really available to Na'Vi is in through mini towards the upper bomb site or go down lower. He is going to take one. Electronics up next, and he doesn't commit to that fight. Wisely gets away, but now the game is given up. They know exactly where everyone from Na'Vi is, and it's just a matter of cleaning things out. Neo does end up dying, which is unfortunate, but no more damage comes out from Edward. Virtus.pro still building back up into this game, but this is going to be their first big test.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, outside of the pistol round.
12-7. I mean, this is much more exciting now. We've got like a real game building. If we bring up the economy, what does it look like right now for VP? It's not so great that they've got to keep building a little bit more, right? They've won 3 in a row. They've lost 2 and 3 members in the last couple of rounds here, so they've got to stick to it before they can really start to feel good about this first half, or the second half, sorry.
Well, they at least have the utility to stop any kind of fast play towards that upper bomb site. Smoke's used outside by Na'Vi to cross. That smoke wall is up. Zeus dropped the AK in the previous round, that's why he's got a CZ, and the smoke doesn't completely clear him. A nice job. Snacks and Pasha. Pasha pounces at the perfect moment, waiting for the follow-up peek on top of Silo, and it's not going to come. Zeus going to rotate outside. He wants to pick up an AK-47, wants to pick up a rifle. Edward's going to have to help him out, and he'll still have Pasha to deal with at these stairs, though he chooses to fall back as well. It's Simple in towards lobby just to hold on to it. Make sure that VP can't gain that portion of the map.
3 versus 5. And just like it was true for Virtus.pro, it's still true for Na'Vi now that getting kills, keeping the economy low, absolutely critical. Trying for a bit of a wallbang. Neo, very smart to not take these fights when he doesn't feel like he has the advantage. And again, he's not under any pressure to do so. The clock is working against Na'Vi right now. So better to just play it safe. See if he can get the timing right. Does take out Edward. Sticking around to fight Zeus, maybe even a bit too much, but he did have some backup out there. And Mihu will take him down. Only losing Neo in that round. Team ace for Virtus.pro. And now we're at 8-12. And the money for Na'Vi, once again, no bomb plant.
No bomb plant. Now they've been stuck away, so T-side looking a bit shoddy here as well for Na'Vi, which has got to be scary for them. They're going to take a timeout pretty early on in this half to talk things over. They still got like maybe one or two more buys to play with, I think, before they have to be too worried, or before we start calling a comeback.
Where are the high fives from Virtus.pro? Where's the yelling? Where's all that energy gone, Moses?
I think there's a reason why we no longer really reference the Virtus Plow, is there? They don't feel like they build up the same style of momentum.
Like they're 4 rounds behind, but like if you told me that in 15 minutes from now they've ended up winning 16-14, I wouldn't be that surprised. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable, given what we're looking at.
Definitely does.
So they should start to live into it.
They got to get as excited as we are.
That's exactly right, Moses.
All that passion.
The passion, the leather purses, all the rest of it.
Leather purses. Where have we gone with our lives? 12-8. We are live into the next round. It's nothing fast, so don't worry. Got a close look at Mihu. Solid defense. Bialy and Neo in this upper bomb site. Snacks watching outside. He's got Pasha at range from above the ladder. It's looking like Na'Vi wants to execute their own upper hit, and not using that nade stack, but a Molotov to clear out the top of that hut.
Yeah, it's much more of a default kind of setup, and it works really well if you get the timing down right. You maybe push in as someone is falling off the hut. That's always great. Seems like they're just going to try and put a little bit of pressure on, forcing Neo back. Grenade going to tag up Flamey a little bit. He really wants to come through this door, but the MP7, oh, it's not going to do as much as I thought. Looks like he had the right idea. Zeus, Electronic, and Simple instead getting 3 kills. That's a big problem. Na'Vi had nothing in this round, and yet they found their way onto a bomb site. Good at the moment. Mihu wants to bring it back, trying to be the hero up here, but not succeeding. He needed that second kill at least on Simple.
Bialy and Neo needed more. Those are the 2 initial defenders of that upper bomb site. Bialy in the site, Neo right in front of the door, and both of them failed to get a kill. That's the real disaster there. You have to at least thin the herd for your teammates. I think they got confused by the fact the execute came in and no presence from Na'Vi actually trying to hit that. Na'Vi patiently waited for all the counter nades, and then they went forward, and they still had their smokes up. Still had some Molotovs burning. They know they had cleared out top hut, so nicely done from them, but still, that defense crumbles far too easily in that upper site. Snacks, as we've mentioned a couple times, VP hasn't been able to build up any kind of money behind their win, so he needs to keep this M4 in his hand. But he's taking guns away from Na'Vi, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Flamey's not even going to be able to salvage anything at the end of this round, so Na'Vi's still going to have a pretty heavy investment.
Yeah, as lost rounds go, I mean, good job taking some stuff away from them. But obviously slightly unforgivable to be losing a round like that.
Definitely. In that fashion, at least. Like, it has to be close, right? You can't give up that bomb site entirely for free. Na'Vi's going to have to fully spend into this round, though. Simple as 5K before he purchases.
So does VP, more or less.
Yeah, this round is huge. If VP wants to continue this comeback, if they want to make this a game down the stretch, they have to win this round. They have to reset Na'Vi once again. Here we go. Fast play for Electronic. Bouncing a flash to run with it. Smoke wall again. Molotov to slow things, but Electronic's going to run deeper into the smoke and just avoid the flames, and he's already down.
I would love it if VP made this a game. I feel like we deserve it here. First map in a best of 3, but there is a chance that Virtus.pro are going to get it blown up on the second map.
Remember, this just highlights as well. If you're Virtus.pro, you have to be so happy to get Nuke and Train as the first 2 maps in this series. If you can take Nuke, all of a sudden you've got a chance to maybe just kind of sneak in an upset for almost no good reason. But
that would be something, wouldn't it?
That'd be wild.
I do feel like there is a historic trend of just when everyone has got to the point where they've sort of given up on Virtus.pro, that's where they like just randomly, and then that you know fills up the tank again, most. And you're like, oh, okay, kind of ready again. Then just back on that Virtus.pro train, and then kind of goes off the rails again. Well, see if they can make their way down here. Na'Vi grenades to pave the way. Mihu to get the kill on Electronic, trying to jump around the corner with no backup. I think like that was a little bit crazy, maybe. Smoke there, designed to provide a little bit of cover for the eventual bomb plant, if it ever even happens. Zeus is going to be going down. They get the kill there on Mihu, but Snacks is right there. Oh, he's going to get shot in the back. Once again, he's in a position where he maybe could have done something, just like in that pistol round, but
yes.
This is tricky now.
And now, no, it's not even tricky. It's done. Pasha's given up. So is Neo right off the bat. Neo's already back towards T-spawn. You can kind of see it there in Pasha. He knows that was such an important round for them. They're going to be reset, and the reason why they're just calling this save, that was so close to turning in their favor. Mihu had a great angle into the bomb site to slow down that plant, tries to make a play himself along the rafters, gets picked off. Snacks tries to make a play inside the bomb site, and he gets found right at the last second before he's able to pull it off. And look at Na'Vi now. They know it. They want to go for the jugular here. They want to take as many guns away as possible. They're trying to find this op.
Yeah, good idea on them, really. Might as well try and see if you could steal it away towards the end. Pasha going to pick up 1. And Simple, no more round left. I wonder if... I'd like to see a replay of that whole last round, especially the end of it. I wonder if the reason Snacks got shot in the back in that situation is because of the vent change. Because that funnels players to sort of play around in towards the window room instead of being up in the vent. Like, you know, normally they would have been able to go straight into the bomb site.
Yeah, that's a pretty deep. I think that's something that has to come out in a demo. See his decision making.
I don't have an exact map of where they were, but this is going to be fast. Electronic trying to be straight in, catching them off guard, but Neo is ready and somehow wins with the FAMASA weapon. Simple. Getting Mihu was trying to see if he could sneak around, so good initial defense, but now it's going to get a little bit dangerous here for Virtus.pro.
I believe that was Neo and Bialy in that upper bomb site, a tower of power. Neo on the bottom, Bialy up top, just being able to spray into the choke point. Can only take so much of that. Here's Snacks the shotgun, and he's got a tag, not a finish, none of it, and he's got all 3 players that he swings out now. Bialy's got a big job to do. Again, the shotgun falling short, just in a situation where you feel like it's going to be most impactful, and Navi can disappear down the vent, simple dodging all damage. And Pasha with the op, he has to get down low. It's going to take a while, and this is a huge advantage for Navi.
Absolutely is. I think Simple even heard Bialy running out of minis, so he's got like some read about where at least some of them are coming from. Zeus is ready and waiting for that exact reason, so good communication going on here on the Navi side.
Oh, I think I think Virtus.pro is gonna save this.
Yeah, they might just do that.
Which I don't know if they can. I think they almost have to go for it. This one hurts. Full HP. They had utility. They have a kit as well. I feel like they had to try and take this round away, but they're not going to. Again.
Here's what Mihu couldn't know when he was flanking through the radio room.
Yeah.
Was that Neo was going to stop 2 of them with a FAMAS. Because if he had known that, I think he would have
played that a little bit more
flank,
cautiously. Yeah, played the flank cautiously.
Yeah, just said like, listen, fine, we'll just go back to holding ramp room in that case, because now we're 5 versus 3. But the fact that he did meant that they sort of lost a little bit of control.
It's actually impressive that Navi, I think they just misread the economy. I think they thought Virtus.pro was going to be on like a save or have P250s. I don't think they expected the automatic weapons, so they called the kind of upper rush just to, you know, get it over with, the shock and awe, you know, attacking a team that doesn't have the resources to stop them. And Virtus.pro was able to do it, and they still somehow win the round. They readjust. That bloody shotgun. 15-8, VPS to win 7 in a row. Neo has the shotgun. Now it's the UMP up first. Mihu goes down, and this is more one-man defense close up as well. Pasha couldn't even get there in time. I think they were hoping for 1 kill, but he's still going to hold down underneath the ladder. That's Simple on the ground, but again, this shotgun is getting called into question on the rotation. It's got to make something happen, and it's going to be so difficult.
So if Snacks can't get the shotgun to work, I'm not sure if anyone can have. That's messed with my faith a little bit, Moses.
Well, maybe it's not even needed at all.
Oh, Pasha and Bialy doing a good job. Pasha has been a monster in this game for Virtus.pro. He's just playing such a terrific game at the moment.
Yeah, 23 and 13 for Pasha. He's actually beating out everyone from Navi. 22 for Flamey and Simple. Flamey's, I don't know how he got away with being this far away from all the action. Maybe he had to go pick up the bomb. I didn't catch that, but he's on a late flank, and the tough part for this is if you're Virtus.pro and they've taken the lower bomb site, I'm not sure you're thinking about the flank from outside. You're not thinking Flamey's going to come from that kind of an angle this late in the round.
There's still a way to lose it. If you're on the VP side, obviously that would mean losing the first map here. Navi at map point at 15.
Bialy's looking for it.
Yeah, he's certainly waiting. 30 seconds now and trying to take that fight. Flamey taking a fair bit of damage and a more after the grenade, but Electronic actually gets the kill on Bialy. And with the smoke on one side, Molotov on the other, trying to see if they could do anything here. Neo managed to make his way past, and can he get the door open in time? He's going to open it up, and that's the bomb plant gone. Ooh. That's a great job. The shotgun's back, Moses.
There it is. I'm sorry, I doubted it. I mean, the one nice thing that's kind of slower pace with Flamey coming in, they had over a minute to work with for Flamey to kind of make that appearance on the flank, is it kind of makes Virtus.pro honest across the map, right? After a certain point, if it's quiet from Navi, VP has to start thinking the upper bomb site is a possibility for them. And it's just nicely done from Neo on the rotation back down the vents and back in a position to stop that plant. 9-15, and once again, they've got Navi on the verge of losing money, so another chance, but still desperate situation for them. Got to win 6 more in a row, force overtime, not even for the victory.
That'd be a classic situation, wouldn't it, for Virtus.pro if it ends up in overtime. I feel like nothing comes easy to them these days. It's always a bit of a struggle. Flashbang into the corner and trying to see if they can rush in through mini, try and rush down anybody in there. Edward going to pick up 1 kill, but he goes down. Snacks, Bialy, and Neo combining for a solid defense on that A site. And that leaves Simple and Zeus
all alone.
Yes.
It's pretty. I mean, you could see the idea from Navi. Distract that door, blow it open, drop the smoke, make some attention so Bialy has to spam it, give away his position. The players through mini are meant to deal with him. Obviously, it doesn't work out. No access into that upper bomb site, and now Bialy's going to go hunting. Wants to find Simple in the corner. He's hoping he would catch Bialy unawares. It's not to be, and the bomb is on the ground. Bialy just has to keep his eyes on it. Zeus should have no opportunity. 1-on-4 with 10 HP. He's going to go down eventually.
The corner that Bialy is standing in, that Snacks was standing in, before that. I think they just tossed a flashbang towards that corner. But there is a great push where you throw a Molotov in that corner instead. Like, if you get the sense that people are there, it's so good because as you're coming out the doorway, they're sort of standing in the fire, and like it just becomes very confusing.
More than anything, it's just great to if you throw a Molotov there, even early on, and then you can just keep an eye on it. Is you just never have to check it, which is kind of the real pain, right? If you just eliminate having to turn right coming out of that door, you do so much for yourself. 10-15, and Virtus.pro have put Na'Vi on the pistols. Not just that, but they're terrible pistols. They're crappy pistols.
Did Electronic just fall off by accident? I think if we see the replay, I think he even did like a little face. He's not happy about it. Otherwise, his parkour was looking excellent.
Doesn't matter. You do like to see this. I mean, this is just kind of one of those timeouts we talk about. We always attribute to existence, or the French timeout is where all you have is Glocks. You're just going to save everything, talk over and spawn. It gives you like an extra timeout essentially.
I miss existence.
I think he's coming back, dude.
I've heard rumors.
You don't want to believe until it actually happens?
No, I believe.
You believe?
I actually...
Do you think he's going to return the French scene to glory?
Yes.
Yeah?
I actually think Existence took a part of Counter-Strike with him when he left. I actually think there's... I know it sounds really... I actually think there's a kind of Counter-Strike that only Existence has managed to really play. Like, there's something I can think of that sort of come close to it. But he just has like a... There's
a little bit of a flair to him.
There's something missing.
Now he's going to have Kenny. He's going to have Shocks. He's going to have all these cool little toys to play with.
I'm telling you, if they can just stop being so French for a minute and stop fighting each other, and then it's going to be a lethal team.
I've never heard you give that answer in like an interview before. Like, Anders, what do you think would fix the French Counter-Strike? You're like, well, they just really need to stop being French.
There's something wrong.
It seems so easy.
Why? For the majority of global offensive time, France has been such a great country for Counter-Strike, and now everything's just a little weird, you know. Stop and just bring it back.
Yeah. Well, there'll be a chance, and still a chance for Virtus.pro. 11-15. They've clawed back in the first half just a little bit, just to give them the minimal amount of opportunity to get into this game. And in the second half here, they were able to steal the second round off Na'Vi after they won pistol. At one point, this was 12-4, and Virtus.pro has brought it back, 15-11.
This is so doable. This can really happen. 15-11. They just need Papa Biceps to continue on his killing spree. It's a great grenade that lands right on Electronic, and Mihu going to be pushing up aggressively. That's simple. Again, out of the equation early on. That's big news right there.
You love that. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Pasha with the game he's had, but Mihu would be another great player for them to have come alive. And you like the confidence this late in the game with everything riding on it. That kind of a push, if that backfires, Virtus.pro's in a real tough spot. But risk is rewarded, at least this round. And Na'Vi, they have two players who have gained control of the stairs outside, two players waiting in lobby. And the question they have to answer for themselves is, how do they meet up? And they want to do it towards the inner or the lower bomb site. They want to go ramp room, and Pasha holding the angle. He's got the op, double scope, finds Zeus, swings out wide, and Edward has the bomb, so he's got to be careful. He needs to win everything here or just back away, but if he drops the bomb here, the round is essentially over. That's a nice shot, though. Yeah,
really, really good stuff. Edward picking up the essential kill to allow Na'Vi to try and make it across the map. He is still very much alone. I mean, imagine taking ramp on your own with the bomb.
I think this is going to change now. Maybe Na'Vi tries to go up the vents, but this is such a long way for Edward to kind of try and make his way all alone with that bomb into the site. Edward's still patiently waiting for the call of where he should end up. There's no one anymore watching ramp room, so that avenue is open to Edward, and it's just Bialy. He's the only one down here in these doors, just taking control, just holding it.
But if he looks at the clock, he'd be wise to wait until he actually hears the sound of someone planting. Electronic shooting out the window, but Bialy still gets caught somehow. Flamey picking up the kill on Neo. Oh my god, this is an absolute disaster. This should have been an easy round for Virtus.pro once they got the opening kills. Edward ready and waiting. Mihu just barely gets the kill on Edward. Now it's a 2-on-2, but a headshot from Electronic again with the double kill now, and Snacks sneaking on in. Tapping the bomb once. He's only going to be able to do this a couple of times, trying to see if he could maybe lure them into some sort of a peak, but they're playing this very well at the moment. Electronic, if he stands up, he's going to have the perfect angle, and that's going to be it. 16-11 in favor of Na'Vi. Electronic with the triple. And Virtus.pro, out of all the rounds that they could have lost, that one I feel like should not have been it.
No, I think they just made the mistake of giving too much respect over. They didn't have any idea of what was coming, no knowledge. Bialy's the only one watching that lower bomb site, and he's kind of hiding in the windows, just waiting for the plant. And they just able to gain too much ground on there, push towards vents, push towards the doors, all the different rooms where the vents would be. So on the rotation as well, everyone from Virtus.pro is just so susceptible. That's a nicely played round from Na'Vi, in all fairness. And overall, a nicely played map from Na'Vi.
Yeah, it was. They were looking good. Simple, obviously catching fire early on in that game. He sort of slowed down a little bit. I think Pasha got the better of him for like a number of times.
Yeah.
Both with the AWP and with the AK-47. So that's really quite impressive for Pasha to be winning that fight so much.
We see that pretty frequently. Nice performances from Pasha to keep him in it. Either way, we're going to head back to the desk. It's going to be Duffield with Yanko and Sponge.
Thank you very much, guys. A very impressive performance